Virginia public schools have been closed for almost a year, but starting on March 15th, they're coming back to life. But it won't be anything like a normal educational experience. Students will have to keep their distance from classmates, wear a face mask all day, and get a temperature check before entering the building. Miranda Turner, mother of 3, says she's happy to live by these new rules.
My son is in kindergarten, and part of kindergarten is not just learning how to read and write, it's learning how to socialize, how to be around other kids, how to follow the rules, how to be in a classroom with a bunch of other kids. And none of that can happen when these kids are on the iPads.
For almost a year, Turner, together with other parents, has been pressing for schools to reopen. Finally, in February, Virginia Governor Ralph Northam said it was time to get back to school.
Well, the governor made it clear that he wanted to see school divisions start bringing students back into the buildings for in-person instruction. The governor recognizes that this extraordinary situation is certainly taking a toll on children academically in terms of their social and emotional well-being.
Parents still have a choice. Their children can continue learning online, or they can switch to hybrid education, which means 2 days in school and 3 days at home.
So in a classroom, traditionally, you may have enough furniture to accommodate 25 to 28 students. Now, based on the size of our classrooms, the square footage, and the requirement for social distancing, we can only accommodate around 12 to 13 students in a traditional classroom at a time.
And there are also strict new rules about how to handle kids who may show any signs of COVID.
We have isolation rooms in place for our staff, and these are locations where if a student experiences any type of symptoms during the school day, we have a place to put them in isolation so that they're away from the general public. And then we also have a communications protocol. So if we ever have a positive, how we communicate that information out and how the contact tracing occurs with our health departments.
Other measures: teachers shouldn't approach the kids unless they really need to, and each lesson would be broadcast for those students at home on that particular day.
Our students will have a certified or certificated teacher in front of them, or a classroom monitor that will support the students should they have a virtual teacher.
The virtual teacher is a necessity because many teachers are afraid to come back to the classroom because of concerns they will be infected with COVID. Members of the Virginia Education Association believe schools should only be opened after all the teachers get vaccinated. The organization didn't respond to VOA's request for a comment, but the Virginia Department of Education says according to the guidance from health officials, it is safe to head back to the classroom.
Everything we've seen and everything we've heard from the CDC and other experts is that, the vaccination of all staff, is not a precondition that must be met before you can begin.
The Virginia chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics also supports reopening schools. So far, about half of the students' families in the Alexandria school district have agreed to the hybrid learning system. It's an important step toward establishing a new post-pandemic normal. For Lacey Bakalets in Alexandria, Virginia, Anna Rice, VOA News.